Hello students, good morning. Students, in previous lecture we were study about the method of population control as well as about the various contraceptive devices. Now students, in this video lecture, this is the lecture number 3rd of the chapter reproductive health, and in this lecture we are going to study about medical termination of pregnancy. Either the termination of pregnancy is a illegal violence, but during sometimes and in some cases it is immense necessary to terminate the embryo or fetus which developing in the womb of mother. So there is a legal offense is required to terminate such kind of abnormal fetus or embryo. Students, then this is called the medical termination of pregnancy, or also called induced abortion. What? Induced abortion. So now again going to define the medical termination of pregnancy, or MTP in short. It is also called induced abortion and medical way to getting rid of unwanted pregnancy. To getting rid of unwanted pregnancy. This is done under the supervision of qualified gynecologist who has the well-trained and also had some qualifications like MBBS, MS, DGO. It means Doctor of Gastric Obstetric. This is the qualification of the gynecologist. Normally MBBS who has attained the training about the medical termination, she can also follow this procedure. So this is a method which is done under the qualified gynecologist. Now students, why the medical termination is required or when it required? It is carried due to detection of any kind of abnormalities or chromosomal abnormalities in the individuals, or to make a gap between one to another individual. There are many other causes of the termination of pregnancy. This is due to the poor health condition of a mother, or she has suffering from any severe diseases during that time. So to secure the life of the mother, this is also advised by the doctor to terminate such embryo to save the mother. Now students, complications of MTP. What are the complications of MTP? The MTP is also done if the partners are marriageable couples, either wants no baby or no child, but their contraceptive methods get failed, or failures of contraceptive devices, MTP is also suggested by the doctors. So now here we are going to know about the complications of MTP. Either this is a medical process or procedure to get rid from unwanted pregnancy, but it has some kinds of risks. What are the risks in such a procedure? MTP is a procedure that is carried under anesthesia. Yes, students, in this procedure, first the nursing mother is carried on the anesthesia and increases the risk for procedure, because the patient mother can have a lot of bleeding during and after this procedure. So this is the very, you can say that critical complications are very difficult complications, because loss of more blood from the patient body can also lead to the death. Now students, to detect any kind of abnormalities in the chromosomes and diagnosis of the sex, either determination of the sex of coitus is illegal offense, and this is also a crime in the sense of our constitution, but during some conditions or some cases, if any kind of requirement is done, then usually used sonography or ultrasound devices to detect all the conditions or developmental conditions of embryo. But to detect the chromosomal abnormalities, there is a technique that is used that is called amniocentesis technique. Then what is amniocentesis technique? Students, this is a procedure in which the amniotic fluid from the chorion villi is taken, and that is further used, this amniotic fluid, for the chemical or biochemical examination to detect the chromosomal abnormalities. Now let's first going to discuss about the amniocentesis technique, or this is also called AFT, amniotic fluid test. Is that clear? So amniocentesis is also called AFT, or amniotic fluid test. This is a medical procedure used in parental diagnosis of the chromosomal abnormality. Yes, students, if the mother or father of an developing individuals suffer from any chromosomal disorders or any kind of karyotypic abnormalities is found or examined in them, then it is necessary to take AFT, it means amniotic fluid test of their developing fetus. So in this stage, to protect the fetus from fatal infections, as well as this is also used at the legal offense for sex determination, but when any such situations are ascertained by any government practitioner or government bodies, then this practice can be done by using the amniotic fluid, because it is totally banned to determine the sex in our country. Is that clear? Because there are many evils or social evils in want of only a son as descendant. They used more and more number of MTP, that is very inhospitable for the patient mother. So there are rules framed by our government body to save the mothers from this type of high or fatal risk. So students, what is the procedure? Here is the diagram which clearly shows the whole process of the amniocentesis. First, sonologist or radiologist, you can say that, examine the amniotic fluid or placenta in which the embryo is developed with the help of ultrasound transducer. Now, a long metallic needle is used whose capacity or volume is of about 100 ml, but only 20 ml of the amniotic fluid is extracted from the amnion sac to detect any kind of diagnostic test. So this is the placenta in which, and this is the umbilical cord through which the mother and fetus relation is bounded, that helps in nourishing the individuals during the embryonic development, and it also completes all kinds of requirements that is needed to the embryo for their body development. So this is the fetus. You clearly examine the fetus, the developing embryo, and this is the amnion sac. This whole surrounding area is the amnion sac. This. Is that clear? Inside amnion sac, the fetus is present inside the placenta, and this is the umbilical tube. Around this, many Corian membranes are also jointed that helps in attaching the embryo on the endometrium membrane. Okay. Now this is the needle, have very long metallic syringe through which, with the help of ultrasound transducer, the syringe is located near the placental sac or placenta, and about 20 ml. How much? About 20 ml amniotic fluid is taken for sampling, that is used for AFTR, amniotic fluid test. Is that clear? Now, this amniotic fluid is taken in a test tube, and here some kind of DNA ligase, or you can say that kinase enzymes, are about to carry in this amniotic fluid, and after that the karyotypic examination is analyzed in a watch glass under powerful electron microscope. By after the processing of DNA technology or DNA detecting graph, that is also called karyotypic graph. Now here chromosomal abnormalities can be observed. Once again we are going to describe the procedure. To start the procedure, first a mother is taken under the anesthetic or anesthesia or anesthetic condition. Now, in order to relieve the pain felt during the insertion of the needle, this needle is just passed from the upper surface of the skin up to the placental or amnion side. Now, approximately 20 ml of the amniotic fluid is extracted with the aid of ultrasound guidance. As here you observe, clearly observe, this is a sonologist or radiologist, and this is the probes of the ultrasound transducer, that is called transducer or ultrasound probes, and with the help of this needle is entered inside the amnion sac to obtain the amniotic fluid. Thus, students, what are the chromosomal abnormalities that may have chances to find in the individuals whose parents suffer from any kind of chromosomal abnormality, or if they not suffer but the abnormal chromosomes, which are also called jumping genes, like chromosomes, are seen. So the trisomic disorder, it means an extra chromosome present at the 18th pair. The Langdon-Down syndrome, this is also called Langdon-Down syndrome. Klinefelter syndrome, the presence of extra X chromosomes in the pair of sex chromosomes, and the Turner syndrome, there is lack of sex determining chromosome in the individuals, and when this is also used to detect when a mother is suffer from AIDS-like or diabetes-like diseases, to avoid or either these symptoms are presence or absence in the individuals, this can be also detected with the help of amniosynthesis technique. So students, I hope you all of you understand this topic quite well. If any kind of question arises in your mind, then you can ask just comments in the section. Thanks students for joining today's lecture, and in next video lecture we will going to discuss about the sexually transmitted diseases or STDs. Thanks.